Yo, what's going on, guys? Frankietrades here, bringing you another new weekly stock watch list. Hope you guys enjoy this one come around. We actually have a lot cooking up for you guys, so before we get started, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I would really appreciate it, guys. We're almost at 1,000 subs. We actually went crazy over the weekend, or even this past week, even with some of the live tradings you guys saw from me and the posts on Instagram. So hope to see that you guys hit some of those for this week, but let's go ahead and get started. As far as earnings go, there really isn't too much going on. This week is a lot of banks. It looks like a bunch of on Friday. I know last week we actually had a lot of banks reporting, and with the incoming weeks, it'll be tech week with earnings, so it'll be a lot slower. If anything does open up, you guys know what page to go to for the most recent updates on any watch lists or any setups that I'm looking at. But yeah, earnings pretty dry. As far as the economy calendar goes, not too much on Monday, clearly, because it is MLK Day, so market is closed. And then so far on Tuesday, looks like the only thing we have is the manufacturing index at 8:30. Wednesday we have retail sales, import and export prices at 8:30, Fed members speaking at 9, industrial business inventories and housing market as well. On Thursday we have jobless claims, which is the biggest one on that day. And on Friday, we have consumer sentiment and existing home sales, which are going to be pretty crucial to see where the market is with everything going on in today's economy. So without much more being said, let's go ahead and kick it off here for you guys. So first things first, on ES, we are near the all-time highs, obviously. So the only thing that I'm really looking at on this is that 4840 area that you can see right here that we are currently rejecting at. So it is all-time highs for ES, so it is something I'm looking at. We did end up breaking out of that 4800 and that 4760 area that I had mentioned last week, so that's something to keep an eye out for. But yeah, 4840 is what I'm looking at on ES, and after 4840, I'm hoping we see 4850. Reason why I like the upside a lot more is because that's where most of the good setups are catered at for me, so that is what I'm going to be looking forward on. So next up is NQ. NQ, kind of the same story on ES here, but on the 4-hour, you can see that we are actually in a smaller time frame wedge. You can draw it on the 4-hour, but it is a lot closer time frame, or I guess a smaller time frame, only because this did start on Tuesday. That's where the uptrend starts from. We've only rejected off the bottom for once, but I do like the way this is looking, especially with us being close to the all-time highs on NQ as well, with being roughly 200 points away, you could say. So that is something I'm going to be looking forward on NQ. So I'm going to be looking at the 17100 break into this all-time high at 17100. So that is my game plan for NQ. And then as far as the watch list goes, we actually have a lot of stuff cooking on here for this week. A lot of easy setups, nothing too intricate or unique, but they are super close. So hopefully we open up to some of them that are close over the night. So first thing is BABA at 71. This is something I have a close eye on. Below 71, I'm looking to take an early starter on that into the 70 break. It is a dollar break on BABA. It isn't too much, but with it being a 4-day week, expecting these contracts to move pretty volatile once we do break below the 71 level into that 70 area. BABA is a little bit tricky because it does like a lot of volume, and it doesn't necessarily open, quote unquote, at the market open. And what I mean by that is the contracts don't open and the volume is lacking a lot. Usually any stock that's under the New York Stock Exchange does that. Sometimes they do open, at the time they should be, which is at market open. Other times it takes like a minute, maybe a few seconds, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever the case may be. Just pay attention and make sure that you are looking at that. Next up on my watch list is Netflix. First thing on my list here is, well, I guess the only thing here on my list on Netflix is the 503.40 area. You can see that we actually have a double top there. We ended up taking the 500 break on Thursday, I believe. Insane setup. Nor ended up signaling Tesla. I ended up getting into Netflix, but banger setup. I think it was well over 40 to 50% on the 500 break, or even the 495 break. Actually, the 500 break itself was, I think, 10%, and then once we came to retest it, it was another 20 to 30% on that. But going to be looking into this. I'll be looking at the 503 as an entry into the 505 area. You can see the two yellow lines here are the gap remaining on here on the 3 or 1 day. So I am looking to hold above 505 and see if we can get the same momentum that we got on Thursday with that. So that is Netflix. And then the other stock that I have on my main watch list is NVDA. NVIDIA, it's going to be on a smaller time frame just because it is hovering around all-time highs right now. but I am watching this 553 area on NVIDIA. After 553, I am watching 555 as my target. Now, I will say it looks like we are respecting the 552 area. Not necessarily saying that that'll be my entry, but let's say, for example, if during tomorrow's pre-market action I see that either NVIDIA is really strong or it is respecting this 552, 553 area, I'm looking to take an entry, maybe an early entry around that 552 area up to 553. Who knows? I can't tell right now because it is not the pre-market session, so I'll be able to tell by that with tomorrow. But that is my game plan for NVIDIA. More all-time high breaks on that. And then as far as the side watch list goes, it's a lot of, semi setups. They're not the craziest things. They are a little bit far away for some of them. AMD is a good example. Clearly you see that NVIDIA is ahead of the market because it is one of the stronger tech sector stocks with that semiconductor area. But AMD is lacking a little behind, but I thought to throw it in here for you guys. I am watching the double top at 151 on that. I'm not looking to take an entry on 150, not anything before that. I'm looking to take strictly the scalp at 151, and that is about it for that. And as far as the other stocks go, what else do we have? Meta, Microsoft, and Tesla. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Meta, it's been a pretty crazy stock this week as well. I think on Monday and Tuesday we traded this. It may have been Tuesday or Wednesday. I forgot. But obviously this did have a crazy breakout, as you can see on the chart. We do actually have a 1 hour uptrend that Meta is currently respecting. You can see we actually closed underneath it. My game plan with Meta, looking to play the high at 377, maybe even 376, because that's where the trend line breaks, and that's the area where it's respecting around. You can see here, if I just hover my cursor right here on the 1 hour, you can see that is the area we struggled to close above, which is at 376 area. You could say 375 even too, but I'm looking to take it more at 376 because those are where most of the wicks are at. So after 376 and then 377, my target on that is 380. The all-time high is 384.33, so we still have a little bit to go on that. So a lot more of a sketchier setup, not necessarily the most A+, but thought to throw that in there for you guys. And then same goes for Microsoft. Microsoft, I am looking at their 390 area for a scalp, 390 into that 390.68 area. Maybe we can see 391. Cool thing about Microsoft that you guys don't know probably is Microsoft did end up passing Apple in market cap. Not sure how well or how long Microsoft's able to hold that title for, but we will see here soon with Apple kind of just consolidating with where it's at on the chart. I don't have anything on Apple for you guys for this week, but that is something to keep in mind. Those are some big numbers right there that Microsoft and Apple have behind them. So that is about it for Microsoft. Super simple setup, nothing crazy. It is closed, so hopefully that's an at market open play right there that I can take on that. And then Tesla here for you guys. Now, you can see on my chart on Tesla, everything is messy, but the only thing that I'm looking forward to on Tesla is the area below 210. Some would say even the low that it made on Friday. I'm not really interested on that because this whole area is really choppy, as you can tell. Below 210 is where it starts to get interesting on Tesla. Below 210, 205, 204, 202.51, and then 200. Like I said, these areas are far away, but Tesla has been super weak the past week or two now. So it is something to pay attention to and see if the market happens to reverse from these all-time highs. What will happen to Tesla? That'll be the key thing to keep in mind as the week follows and as earning comes up. I think Tesla is next week. So like I said, this is something to keep in mind. This is something to keep in the back of your arsenal to make sure you're watching this in case the market happens to pull back. What will Tesla do? So, but yeah, that is about it for the weekly stock watches for you guys. Hope you guys enjoy that. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I would really appreciate it. Almost at 1,000 subs, so let's go ahead and kick it up there. So with that much more being said, hope you guys enjoy the watch list, and peace out.